Around the valley, bracing for another day of really poor air quality from those Canadian wildfires. Many people, myself included, speaking of headaches, watery eyes, sore throats, even nausea.
Experts suggest you limit any prolonged outdoor activities and you shut the doors and windows to your house. And for more on this air quality alert that we are in on this First Alert Weather Day, we go to meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, First Alert Weather Day because we're still dealing with the smoke. There are signs of improvement out there, though, so that's the good thing. It's just going to take some time, so we're going to have to use those precautions we were using yesterday again today. Here's our look outside right now. We're looking pretty quiet in Fargo, but hazy. This is that hazy sunrise we've been experiencing throughout the valley. And our air quality, at least at the surface, has improved greatly compared to yesterday. Yesterday, we were in the red, that unhealthy category. We've come down now to yellow or moderate, which means that some of our more sensitive folks may still be noticing that air quality issue with our air quality officially at 68. So improvements in Fargo. That's not the case everywhere. Here's a look at our map here. Again, we don't have sensors in a lot of eastern North Dakota, unfortunately, but you can see down by places along the state line with South Dakota that we're in the red there. And that's where we have more unhealthy air being reported, air quality being an issue there, and also back to our Bismarck in the orange. So I would expect that a lot of this area also experiencing that kind of condition, meaning it's going to impact just about everybody, especially once we get into the red here today in those locations. So not quite out of the woods yet. And another indicator of smoke at the surface is our visibility reports. And you can see that we're down in Gwinner and in Oaks, right in those areas in the orange and red. So that's where our highest concentration of smoke is. That's where we're still in that unhealthy range as that plume continues to work its way through from north to south, southwest here this morning. Other places reporting much better visibility. Fargo's at 10 miles this morning. There are a couple places up north having a few issues with visibility. We're at 4 in Cavalier and Grafton, and Grand Forks is at 6 miles. So a little better, but not out of the woods essentially here as far as smoke is concerned. Fargo, 58 degrees right now. It's 52 in Grand Forks. A couple of spots in the 40s. A little chilly to start off our June morning at 48 degrees in Thief River Falls. Bemidji's at 49. And we're going to be watching for our next chance for rain. It's going to take its sweet time getting here, though. Most of the day today, it's going to look like this. We've got clear skies aside from the smoke in the valley, and then the clouds and the rain out to the west. Most of us will spend our day without the rain, but eventually it does move in as we head further into the forecast and into the weekend. Here's a look at our planner today. Expect drier conditions, temperatures that are hot in Fargo getting into the upper 80s. A lot of us in southeastern North Dakota feeling the heat in the 80s, and then other spots into the 70s in the north and east. And more heat coming our way heading into next week as well. We're going to see temperatures reaching the 90s starting on Father's Day into Juneteenth and beyond into next week. So be ready for the heat and rain chances again coming up starting overnight tonight and carrying on into the end of the week and the start of the weekend.
I think a lot of people crossing their fingers that we can get a nice even soak with that rain.
That would be nice, and I was hoping for that, but I think at this point it's still looking like the front moving through will be that trigger, that forcing area for rain and thunder, but it's still looking like scattered. So that means some of us get the rain and some of us unfortunately may miss out. The good thing is we have a couple of opportunities at that this week.
Okay, we'll check back in the 7 o'clock hour. Thank you, Lisa. 80th Street South, just southeast of Sabin, Minnesota, remains closed this morning because someone tried burning down a bridge in that area.
Fire crews were called in around 9:30 Tuesday night. Officials now say chemicals from the bridge also polluted the Buffalo River below.
It's not usable, and that'll hurt a lot of the farmers and local traffic in the community.
Anyone with information on the arson is urged to call the sheriff's department.
He's got a gun, so pin him.
There are kids in the car. There are kids in the car.
Give over the car.
Pin him.
We are getting a look at this video of a police chase shared by the Ramsey County, Minnesota Sheriff's Office in the Twin Cities. The events leading up to it are even more concerning. Authorities say one of the men in that car pulled a handgun on a deputy just moments before that video you saw.
Police say they were watching two men on University Avenue when they say something didn't quite look right. That's when a St. Paul officer pulled up. The two men then took off running. The deputy went after one of them, and that's when it happened. That man was able to jump in the car, you see, and take off on I-94. Deputies eventually stopped the driver and 4 people were arrested. They say a gun was recovered, belonged to a kid in the car.
A Minnesota man is among those charged with stealing human body parts from a morgue at Harvard Medical School, selling them and then shipping them through the mail.
A federal indictment accuses the morgue's manager of stealing portions of dissected cadavers, including bones and heads. 52-year-old Matthew Lampe of East Bethel, Minnesota, is now charged with conspiracy and interstate transport of, quote, stolen goods. There are new safety concerns in downtown Fargo after 2 teens were robbed by a group of homeless people on a walking path.
Police say that 7 officers and 2 supervisors currently make up the department's engagement team for that area.
I don't think that homeless people in general are violent towards people, and I don't think that they are a threat. But like any population, there are folks within that group that can potentially be dangerous.
Fargo police say more officers are expected to join the department's downtown team later this year.
Calling all burger lovers, downtown Fargo's Burger Royale is currently happening all month long. It's a big competition between 14 local restaurants, and only one can be crowned victorious.
And the Valley Today's Nashay Taylor is getting her vote in this morning with a
Good morning, Jordan and Ashland. Yep, there are 14 restaurants participating, and actually I'm here at JL Beers, which is one of the restaurants participating, and joining me is Katie. She's the general manager. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Talk a little bit about what we have here.
All right, so we have a s'mores burger, which sounds unique. You just gotta trust the sweet and savory out there. It is marshmallow fluff, graham cracker, burger patty, melted chocolate chips, and bacon.
All right, talk about why you guys decided to throw this in the ring for the competition.
So we've been doing a burger battle down in Sioux Falls for about 10 years, so we're always coming up with something new. This is one that I know one of my owners really likes, the camping idea, campfires. He's always been really into s'mores, so try it out. It went well in Sioux Falls, so we'll see how it goes here.
All right, so how do you think it'll go over with everyone, coming out for the competition and trying burgers out? What sets you apart?
It's honestly gone over pretty well so far. It has been very well received. You definitely come in with an open mind for it, and it'll surprise you. And we've always had good quality of everything, so we always stand ahead with that. Just trust the process.
I'm so sorry. Sure. So talk a little bit about, why it's so important to be a part of this competition. I was talking to Dan earlier, and he was like, he wants to get the foot traffic down here. But what does that mean for you guys here at JL Beers?
I mean, we're smaller, and just in general, supporting the local businesses downtown always means a big deal to us. Just that recognition. Downtown often gets a little bit forgotten sometimes in the summertime, which is fine. But just remember that we're here. It's a good thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to make this burger. We're going to try it out a little later, but I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. This is an interesting kind of burger, a s'mores burger. I've never heard of it. All right. Nashay Taylor reporting live in downtown Fargo, Valley News Live.
We're not letting you off the hook that easily. You got to take a bite. Come on now. Don't leave us hanging.
Well, I'm going to bring Dan in. We're both going to try it together. So.
All right, that's a
Okay,
no.
so
Sorry,
let me
folks.
try it
Sorry,
now.
folks at home. It's
Have a
over.
nice-
Okay.
Sorry, Dan.
That's all good. Oh.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
Hold
no,
on.
she's digging in.
Let's
Okay.
see here.
Okay. Oh,
When I do this, you got one hand.
just kidding. Maybe not.
Okay, our mics are back on. Thank you so much for bearing with us this morning.
Yeah, okay. I guess we'll find out in the 7 o'clock hour how that tastes. We'll be back then. Otherwise, have a great day, everybody.